Okay, fight fans, fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and obviously, thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. As usual, congratulations are due. Congratulations, Anthony Joshua. What a fantastic win. What a fantastic fight. Thank you, Klitschko. Thank you, Duran. Thank you, everybody involved in that fight. Great ref. Everything about it was perfect. I watched it 5 times since. It was a really, really great fight. Everyone's talking about it. Now, I know Tyson Fury beat Klitschko first, but this was different. Klitschko was actually trying. It was good. It went back and forth. It had everything a heavyweight fight's supposed to be. And it ended the right way, too. Now, we got something big coming up this weekend. It makes me wonder. It's very rare that boxing has great nights like it did with Klitschko and Joshua. And for it to fall, and for it to capture that magic 2 weekends in a row, that'll be tough. But I'll get to that in a second. As far as the fight's concerned, there's a lot of stuff I'd love to talk about. If you watch the fight as many times as I did, or you catch it one more time, you might notice that if you watch them in the corners right before the bell rings and they get up off their stools, it was almost like a competition between the two of them about who would get to the center of the ring first. I'm dead serious about this. Watch the corners. You will see. They're like listening to their corners. They're like, and the whole time they're watching what the other guy's doing. Oh, he got up. I better get up. It's the best. I can't even explain it to you. There's so many little nuances in this fight. The cut. Duran did such a fantastic job with the cut. The referee did such a great job with breaking them up. Joshua did an amazing job of not accepting the clinch. The ref was warning him. He didn't care. If we go inside, I'm hitting you in the body. Now, that body remark makes me want to bring up something. HBO versus Showtime. I saw the glaring difference this time around because I got to listen to Box Nation, Showtime, and HBO call the fight. Now, Box Nation was obviously very excited for a British fighter. So, but to be honest, they were pretty fair. Showtime did a fantastic job. Paulie's the man. They did a fantastic job. Everyone knows their roles. HBO is getting on my nerves. There's a couple things, but there was a slight low blow done by Joshua at one point, and Roy Jones acted like it was the magic bullet in the JFK shooting. And then when Klitschko got knocked down, it was like Lampley and Jones were trying to compete about who would get the soundbite for the big knockdown. Down goes Klitschko, he's hurt! Down goes Klitschko, he's hurt! Man, it was just annoying, and they were just overlapping each other and trying to talk over each other. It's just... it was annoying more than anything. And then last but not least, now, I recognize this very website poses the question itself. And some people are making an argument for it. However, Max Kellerman talking to Klitschko and stating that this fight definitely needs a rematch is some of the worst pandering I've ever seen. I like Max Kellerman. There's things I don't like about him, but I like Max Kellerman. And that annoyed the living daylights out of me. Why? There is nothing about this fight, nothing glaring about this fight. There wasn't no issues. It wasn't close. It went back and forth, and it would be a good fight if Klitschko was a younger man and he demolished someone else and then came back and did this fight again. Yeah, but he's not a younger man. This is his second loss in a row, and arguably a way worse loss this time around. I personally want Klitschko to retire. Now, something weird happened during this fight that I didn't anticipate. Ahead of this fight, I said it was either going to be the dawn of a new era or the solidification of Klitschko being one of the greats. Now, a lot of people mention his brother being a better boxer than him. So we're talking about him making his claim to fame in the boxing universe. And oddly enough, this fight was so good that we got both outcomes. Anthony Joshua is the clear heavyweight king. And Klitschko walked out of there with everybody's respect. It was a beautiful fight. And he fought it well. And he fought this fight better than he did the Tyson Fury fight. The Tyson Fury fight was more about Klitschko losing. This was more about Joshua winning. Fantastic fight. Another big congratulations. Adam Green, the Green Machine, the Ormstown Dream. Very happy for my boy Adam. Terrific fight in Saskatoon. It was a rough one. Paul Bisdell had to go to the hospital afterwards. A big KO from Adam Green. Old dogs, folks. Old dogs. Be wary. The kid's back in the gym. And, if he stays active, it's going to be very interesting. The final run of Adam Green is going to be very fun to be a part of. And I'm looking forward to his next fight. That being said, there is a lot going on, so please check out thefightcity.com on a daily basis. We got fresh posts. Check out the YouTube channel, some of the best videos out there. Check out our Facebook for great posts and pictures. Hit us up on Twitter. DM us. If you want a t-shirt, we'll be more than happy to send you one. Thefightcity.com, #1 Anglo fight site in Montreal. Now, as far as what we got to look forward to, I am only going to talk about one fight. But before I do, may I mention to all of you watching this video, if you live in Montreal, this is a unique opportunity to watch a fight with some of your favorite fighters. Coins Metro, Montreal's #1 spot to watch the fights, is going to be airing the Canelo versus Chavez fight. And it being basically a boxing world holiday, Cinco de Mayo is going to be very fun at Quins Metro. So I invite all of you to please come and check it out. It is the spot to watch fights, and I have a feeling the atmosphere is going to be extra fun for this big Mexican showdown. Now for the fight. Canelo versus Chavez. Now apparently they bet their purses, so winner takes all. A lot of people say that's easy for Chavez Jr. to do, considering. However, this was more about bravado, and Canelo thought he was going to pull a slick one on him, and I love that Chavez just, answered him cold without any hesitation. So, it gives me an indication to what Chavez's mindset's like, because that's what the real question of this fight is. It's not whether or not Canelo will perform. It's not whether or not this will be a good fight. It's whether or not we get a proper Chavez. Now, if we get a proper Chavez, we will get a proper fight. And Chavez increases his chances of winning, obviously. Now, because of my close contacts with the Grant brothers and Lucien Butte, I've had an opportunity to speak to Angel Herrera in the past. And up until very recently, actually. And he talked enormously well about how camp was going for Chavez. Now, if you follow along on social media, there are some terrific posts of this kid. He looks in tremendous shape. If he takes this seriously, this is a really nice gamble for him. Talk about how we were talking about gambling before and they put their purses on the line. There's a bigger gamble at stake here. Chavez is fighting for the Mexican crown. WBC even got a really colorful belt made for it, but I'm talking about the hearts and minds of the Mexican people. Now, Canelo sort of has it, but Chavez has it by right. All he has to do is claim it. See, he never had to be an undefeated boxer in order to get their love. He just had to have heart, and they'd love him. Now, up until recently, he had opportunities, but never one as good as this. You see, because if he beats Canelo, and beats him proper, and I like that word today, if he beats him proper, he wins big, real big. He gets possible showdowns, he gets a possible rematch, gets a really big purse. But more importantly, he gets what was supposed to be his from the start. The fans. This is a big one. And we get a really good fight. After the weekend we just had, I don't know, I think I might just explode. It is going to be a fantastic fight, folks. Please come to Coins Metro to come check it out. That's it for me this week. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next week.